Small daily actions have the power to reshape your entire life. And this idea is not complex, but its impact is profound. We often believe that massive success requires massive action. We chase big, dramatic changes. However, the true path to lasting improvement is found in small, consistent habits. These tiny habits, when performed over time, compound into remarkable results. This essay will show you exactly how to use these small, daily actions to build wealth, improve your financial future, and transform your life. Yet, the effect of these tiny gains over a year is astonishing. If you improve by 1% every single day for 1 year, you will end up nearly 37 times better than when you started. This is the magic of compounding. It is the same principle that allows a small amount of money in a savings account to grow into a large sum with the power of interest. Each good habit you build is like a small deposit into the bank account of your future self. Each positive action adds to your long-term success. Let's consider a simple financial example. Imagine you decide to save just $1 extra each day. On the first day, the change is trivial. You will not feel any richer. After a week, you have only saved $7. But after a few months, that small daily action starts to build a noticeable savings cushion. After 1 year, you have an extra $365, plus any interest it might have earned. The same principle applies to acquiring new skills. If you practice a financial skill, like analyzing a stock, or reading a company's financial report, for just a few minutes each day, your understanding will grow exponentially over time. Small, consistent effort performed daily will always outperform one massive, infrequent effort. The first step on this path is to choose one small, manageable action. It needs to be so small that it feels almost effortless. Make it incredibly easy to perform. Your goal is not to change your life overnight. Your goal is to perform a tiny action consistently. Every single day you must do it daily to build the chain. Tracking this small action helps build momentum. This momentum is what transforms a single action into an automatic habit. Once the habit is formed, you have a foundation upon which you can build greater and more significant changes. It all starts with one tiny, positive step repeated until it becomes second nature. To build a new habit, the process must be clear and simple. The first of the 4 laws of behavior change is to make it obvious. Every habit begins with a trigger, which is known as a cue. This cue is the signal that tells your brain to initiate a certain behavior. If you want to build a new habit, you need to make the cue for that habit as obvious as possible. You must remove any confusion or friction from the starting point. You can achieve this by placing visual cues in your environment. Simple sticky notes, alarms on your phone, strategically placed objects that remind you. For example, if your goal is to save more money, you need to make the cue to save impossible to ignore. A simple way to do this is to place a clear savings jar right next to your front door. Every time you come home and empty your pockets, the jar is right there, silently prompting you to deposit your spare change. Another powerful method is to place a shortcut to your banking or budgeting app on the home screen of your phone. Every time you unlock your device, you see the icon, reminding you to check your finances. You could even write a small note that says, "Did I save $5 today?" and tape it to your wallet. The cue must be highly visible to trigger the action. A highly effective technique for making a new habit obvious is called habit stacking. This strategy involves pairing your desired new habit with a habit that you already perform every day without fail. Your existing habit becomes the cue for the new one. The formula is simple. After I current habit, I will new habit. For instance, if you already have a solid habit of brushing your teeth every morning, you can stack a new financial habit on top of it. Your new rule would be, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will open my budgeting app and categorize one transaction. This links the new desired behavior to an established automatic one, making it far more likely to stick. By making the cues for your good habits a visible and integrated part of your daily life, you reduce your reliance on motivation or willpower. You are no longer waiting to feel inspired to act. Instead, your environment and your existing routines guide you toward the right actions automatically. The goal is to design a system where your desired behaviors are the most obvious and logical next step. When the path to a good habit is clearly lit, you are much more likely to walk down it. This is the foundation of building a system of habits that works for you, not against you. Human behavior is driven by the anticipation of a reward. The more appealing and attractive a behavior seems, the more likely we are to perform it. This brings us to the second law of behavior change: make it attractive. To build a lasting habit, you need to increase the craving for it. You can do this by pairing an action you want to do, an action you need to do. This strategy is called temptation bundling. It works by linking your new, desired habit with something you genuinely enjoy. This makes the habit feel more like a treat and less like a chore, which increases your motivation to complete it. Let's apply this to a financial habit. Suppose you want to get into the habit of reviewing your weekly spending, but you find it boring and tedious. To make it more attractive, bundle it with an activity you love. For instance, I will only get to watch my favorite Netflix show on Sunday evening after I have reviewed my budget for the week. Or, I can only listen to my favorite podcast while I am organizing my financial documents. By linking the less desirable task with a highly desirable reward, you start to associate the habit with a positive feeling, which makes you look forward to doing it. Another way, tap into the power of your social environment. We are heavily influenced by the norms of the groups we belong to. You can use this to your advantage by joining a community where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. If you want to become better at investing, join an investment club or an online forum where people regularly discuss their strategies and successes. When you are surrounded by people already doing what you want, the behavior becomes more attractive and achievable. Share your progress with a friend or an accountability partner to get praise and connection, which are powerful social rewards. The core idea is to reframe how you think about the habit. Instead of "I have to save money now," say "I am setting myself up for a future of freedom and opportunity." Focus on the benefits, not the sacrifices. Highlight the positive outcomes of your good habits. Associate your habits with positive emotions and connect them to your deeper values. They become more attractive. Transform the feeling from obligation to anticipation. When you genuinely want to perform the habit, you no longer need to force yourself to do it. We are naturally drawn to the path of least resistance. The more energy a task requires, the less likely we are to do it. This fundamental truth leads us to the third law of behavior change: make it easy. To build a new habit and make it stick, you need to reduce the friction associated with it. This means decreasing the number of steps between you and the desired action. Even a small amount of friction can be enough to prevent you from acting, especially on days when your motivation is low. By making your good habits as convenient as possible, you increase the odds that you will follow through. Consider the habit of planning your budget for the month. Finding a specific notebook, locating a pen, and then manually writing everything down. To make it easier, you could use a simple budgeting app on your phone that is always with you. The action of logging an expense takes just a few seconds. To make it even easier, you could start with the 2-minute rule. This rule states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Instead of plan the entire month's budget, your new habit becomes write down one expense. The goal is to make the starting ritual so easy that you cannot say no. Breaking down large tasks into very small, manageable actions is a crucial part of making habits easy. The goal of becoming a great investor is intimidating. Read one page of a book about investing is easy and achievable. Instead of trying to do everything at once, focus only on the very first step. Open a blank document, write one sentence. That is it. Once you have started, it is often much easier to continue. The key is to master the art of showing up. Conversely, you can use this law in reverse to break bad habits. To stop a bad habit, you want to increase the friction associated with it. If you want to reduce impulse spending online, you could remove your saved credit card information from all your favorite websites. This adds an extra step to the purchasing process. You now have to get up, find your wallet, and manually enter your card details. This small bit of friction gives you a moment to pause and reconsider the purchase. By making good habits easy and bad habits difficult, you are engineering your life to make success the most likely outcome. Section 5. The fourth law. Make it satisfying. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. This principle governs much of our behavior and is the fourth law of behavior change. For a habit to stick, it must end with a feeling of success. The human brain is wired to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term ones. Many good habits have delayed returns, saving money, exercising. You don't see the benefit right away. Therefore, attach immediate satisfaction to the completion of the habit. The immediate reward closes the habit loop. It tells your brain, this was good, let's do it again. Example: tracking your daily expenses. The long-term reward is financial clarity and control, but that can feel distant. To make it immediately satisfying, create a small, rewarding ritual. After you log an expense in your budgeting app, you could move a paperclip from one jar to another. Seeing the pile of paperclips grow gives an instant visual sign of progress. Another method is to use a habit tracker or a calendar. Simply putting a big red X on the calendar for each day you complete your habit can be incredibly satisfying. It creates a visual chain you won't want to break. The key is that the reward must be immediate. It has to happen right after the behavior is completed. Waiting until the end of the week to reward yourself is less effective. The brain needs to link the action directly with the pleasure. The reward doesn't have to be large or elaborate. It just needs to provide a moment of positive reinforcement. For example, after you transfer money into your savings account, take a moment to look at the new balance. Verbally acknowledge your progress by saying, "I am one step closer to my goal." This small act of self-praise can be a powerful and satisfying reward. This law explains why many bad habits are so hard to break. The consequences of bad habits are often delayed, while the rewards are immediate. Smoking a cigarette provides an immediate hit of nicotine, while the health consequences are years away. Eating a donut is immediately delicious, while the weight gain happens slowly over time. To build good financial habits, you must flip this script. Find a way to celebrate your small wins right away. Make the immediate outcome of your good habits satisfying, and you'll train your brain to repeat them automatically. This is how you ensure your positive changes last for the long term. Section 6. Habit Stacking, the art of linking actions. One of the most practical and effective ways to build a new habit system is through a method called habit stacking. This technique removes the guesswork of when and where to perform a new habit by linking it to a behavior you already do consistently. The basic structure is incredibly simple. The formula is, after I current habit, I will new habit. This method uses the momentum of an existing habit to carry you into the next one, creating a seamless chain of productive actions that become a larger routine. Let's walk through a financial habit stack step by step. First, identify a current habit you perform every single day. Example, making your morning coffee. Example, brushing your teeth. Example, taking off your work shoes when you get home. Example, getting into bed at night. That habit must be firmly established and automatic. For our example, making my morning coffee. This is the anchor, the cue. It's reliable because you already do it daily. Next, choose a tiny new habit to add. Remember the 2-minute rule. Under 2 minutes. Small financial habit. Review my bank account balance. Small financial habit. Transfer $5 to my savings. Small financial habit. Read one headline from a financial news site. We'll choose. Review my bank account balance for 30 seconds. It's small and non-intimidating. Easy to do, low mental energy. Combine the two parts using the formula. New rule. After I start brewing my morning coffee, I will review my bank account balance on my phone. Now you have a clear plan. Cue. Making coffee. Response. Checking your balance. You can lengthen the stack over time. Once checking is automatic, add, after I review my bank account balance, I will transfer $5 to my investment account. This is how you create powerful routines. Start with one small stack and build, creating a cascade of positive financial behaviors that happen almost automatically. Your environment is the invisible hand that shapes your behavior. The choices you make are often less about your willpower and more about the options presented to you in your immediate surroundings. If you want to make lasting changes to your financial habits, one of the most effective strategies is to consciously design your environment for success. This means making the cues for your good habits obvious and visible, while making the cues for your bad habits invisible or difficult to access. You are essentially making the good choice the path of least resistance. Let's look at some practical examples of how to design your financial environment. If your goal is to read more books about personal finance, don't hide them on a bookshelf in a spare room. Instead, place the book you are currently reading on your pillow when you make your bed in the morning. When you go to bed at night, you will have to physically pick it up, making it the most obvious choice. If you want to stop making impulsive online purchases, you can add friction by logging out of all your shopping accounts and deleting your saved payment information. This simple change forces you to pause and think before you buy. Your digital environment is just as important as your physical one. Your phone can be a major source of distraction and a trigger for bad spending habits. Take control of it. Unsubscribe from marketing emails that tempt you to spend. Unfollow social media accounts that promote a lifestyle of excessive consumption. On the other hand, you can use your phone to support your goals. Place your banking and investment apps on your home screen. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts so that the habit happens without you even thinking about it. You are automating a good decision. The goal is to create a space where your desired actions are the easiest actions to take. Do you want to eat healthier and save money on takeout? Keep healthy, pre-prepped snacks like fruits and nuts visible on your kitchen counter and hide the junk food in an inconvenient place. Do you want to work on your side business without distraction? Create a dedicated workspace, even if it's just a small corner of a room, and keep it free of clutter and distractions like your television remote. You don't need to have perfect self-control if you live in a perfectly designed environment. Your space will do the heavy lifting for you. If you're finding this helpful, tap like, share it with someone building their financial habits, and subscribe for more proven formulas on wealth and personal growth. There are 3 layers to behavior change. The first is changing your outcomes, losing weight, saving a certain amount of money. The second is changing your processes, habits, routines. The deepest and most powerful layer is changing your identity, changing what you believe about yourself. True, long-lasting behavior change is identity change. The goal is not just to save money, the goal is to become the type of person who is a good saver. The goal is not to read a book on investing, the goal is to become an investor. This shift in focus from what I want to achieve to who I wish to become is subtle but transformative. When your habits are rooted in your identity, you are no longer chasing an external goal. Instead, you are simply acting in alignment with the type of person you believe yourself to be. An outcome-based approach might be, I want to save $10,000 for a down payment. An identity-based approach would be, I am a prudent person who builds wealth for the future. This new identity then guides your daily actions. What would a prudent person do in this situation? Pack their lunch instead of buying it. Automatically save a portion of their paycheck. The process of building a new identity is straightforward. First, you must decide the type of person you want to be. Savvy investor, frugal person who values freedom over material goods. Disciplined entrepreneur. Be specific about the identity you want to adopt. The second step is to prove it to yourself with small wins. You don't just decide to be a new person. You embody that identity through your actions. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. If you want to be a writer, your identity is not formed by publishing a book. It is formed each time you sit down and write one sentence. Similarly, if you want to be a wealth builder, your identity is not formed when you become a millionaire. It is formed every time you choose to save instead of spend. It is formed every time you review your budget. It is formed every time you invest a small amount of money. Each small action reinforces your desired identity. Over time, as the evidence builds up, you start to genuinely believe you are that person. When your habits and your identity are fully aligned, you no longer have to fight for your goals. You are simply being yourself. If you're committed to identity-based habits and financial excellence, subscribe now so you don't miss the next step-by-step breakdown. One of the most motivating things you can do on your habit-building journey is to track your progress. Tracking provides immediate evidence that your efforts are paying off. It creates a powerful feedback loop that reinforces your behavior and keeps you moving forward, especially on days when you don't feel motivated. The act of measuring your progress is, in itself, a small reward. It makes your habit satisfying and provides a clear signal to your brain that you are making progress toward your goals. This visual proof of your hard work is a powerful incentive to keep the streak alive. The simplest way to track your habits is with a calendar. Get a physical wall calendar and hang it somewhere you will see it every day. For each day you successfully complete your new habit, whether it's transferring 5 to savings or reading for 15 minutes, draw a large X over that day. As you continue, you will build a chain of X's. Your only job then becomes, don't break the chain. This method, often called the Seinfeld strategy, transforms consistency into a simple, tangible game. The longer your chain gets, the more motivated you will be to protect it. If you prefer a digital method, there are countless habit tracking apps available. Many apps offer satisfying animations or sounds when you mark a habit as complete, reinforcing the fourth law, make it satisfying. You can also use a simple spreadsheet or even a dedicated notebook. The tool you use is not as important as the act of tracking itself. The key is to make the tracking process simple and immediate. Do it right after you complete the habit. This immediate feedback is crucial for solidifying the connection in your brain between the action and the feeling of accomplishment. Beyond daily tracking, it is also helpful to conduct a short weekly review. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes every Sunday to look back at your progress. Ask yourself, did I stick to my habits this week? What went well? What challenges did I face? What is one small thing I can change to improve next week? This regular review process allows you to make small adjustments to your system. It helps you identify points of friction you can remove and find new ways to make your habits more obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Consistent tracking and thoughtful review are the keys to long-term improvement. You now have the framework. You understand the power of tiny gains, the 4 laws of behavior change, and the importance of identity. Now it is time to turn that knowledge into action. Real change does not come from reading, it comes from doing. Here is a simple 3-step plan you can implement in less than 12 minutes, starting today. The goal is not to be perfect, the goal is to start. First, pick one tiny habit tied to your financial goals. Tiny means under 2 minutes and almost laughably easy. Do not choose to create a full year budget. Instead, choose one small thing. Write down one thing you bought today. Transfer $2 into savings. Read one paragraph of a financial article. Example, open your banking app and look at your balance for 10 seconds. This is your starting point, doable even on your busiest days. Second, use habit stacking. Link the new habit to an existing routine. Formula on screen. After I current habit, I will, new tiny habit. Example, after I brush my teeth at night, I will transfer $2 into savings. Example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will read one financial headline. This removes ambiguity. The trigger is built into your day. Third, change one thing in your environment to make the habit easier. Put the banking app on your home screen, put the financial book on your nightstand, get a calendar and a marker. After your first completion, draw a big X on today's date. Your 30-day mission. Do not break the chain. Start with one tiny habit and build confidence. After a few weeks, expand slowly as it becomes automatic. Real change begins not with a giant leap, but with one small, consistent step. You can start today. Atomic Habits. Master the 4 laws to build unstoppable success in 12 minutes. If this helped, like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more high-value formulas on finance and personal growth. See you in the next one.